Hi, this is the Module 1 for EDL852. My name is Ryan Supis, and I'm going to Fort Hays State University. A little bit about myself. I've got 3 kids, and I'm married. My oldest daughter, she's 19 years old. She's in the nursing program at Hutchinson Community College in a partnership with KU. My middle daughter, she's a junior in high school, and she's interested in becoming a teacher. My son, he's a 5th grader. He goes to school with me at Sedgwick Public Schools. My wife, she works at Wiley Elementary School here in Hutchinson, and we actually live in Hutchinson, so it's about a 40-minute drive for me every day. And then, of course, I've got my 2 little dogs you can see down at the bottom left. Our whole family has been, pretty ingrained into education. My wife has taught for almost 14 years. I've been in education. It'll be going on 7 years after this summer. I'm currently a technology director at Sedgwick Public Schools, and I love my job. I've got quite a few years of experience in IT, almost 20 years total. I own my own business, stepped away from it after about 16 years, and decided to do something a little bit new, put some of my education into use. I started at Pratt Community College right out of high school. That's where I graduated high school. After Pratt Community College, I went to Sterling University, and then kind of ended my education for many years. Then I went back to Sterling University and entered their STEP program, Sterling Teacher Program. Then after that, I went to Colorado State University. I got my bachelor's in organizational leadership, and then got my master's at Colorado State University for IT management, IT administration, and then with a focus on cybersecurity also. So we've got a lot to do with education. In this module 1, I'm going to be talking about mission and vision statements and doing a critical analysis of them. Both of them are basically just roadmaps. What you can see is the mission statement. If you ask it in the form of a question, like what you are doing and how you are doing it, that's basically what a mission statement is. It kind of tells you how you're going to get there. And then a vision statement, why do you exist? What is your goal? What is your end goal? And basically it provides you that destination. If you were to do a little bit of critical thinking about it, an easy way to explain how a vision statement is, and a mission statement work is to think about it as in, like for example, when the United States many years ago decided to go to the moon. They started with their vision, hey, this is where we're going to be. And then they later on started working on the mission, is like, how are we going to get there? What are we going to do when we get there? How are we going to get back? So that brings up one of those things is in what comes first, the mission or the vision? Really it's quite a debate as to and I guess it depends on what kind of business you're in. And in education, I know, for example, my school uses the vision first. That's the first thing that you see on our website when you go to the About Us. Then after that, then you have the mission statement. But honestly, like I said, with, for example, when the United States decided to go to the moon, they had their vision first and then the mission that followed, which detailed all of that. A lot of places do it the other way around. And, if you Google that, you're going to find out that a lot of people choose the mission first and the vision. For me, it's kind of the opposite. If we look at the mission statement first, there's 4 things I'd like to bring up. about the mission statement. A mission statement should include like your values. For example, like kind of like culture, the values, what your students are going to do, how they're going to do it, what your staff does, how good are they, what we're going to do for those students in the end. Action, it's the steps you're going to take, uh, that how you're going to accomplish those little goals to get to that end. Um, how are you going to do that? What are you going to use to get to that? You'll use curriculum. You'll make improvements to that curriculum. I didn't put in technology. I think that's a huge what, data and assessments. By looking at all the data, looking at the assessments, and using the curriculum to get that information, and see improvement, that's how you're going to get to that vision. And of course, the last thing there is vision, achieving the vision. What's the importance of a mission statement? There's a few things that I found in the articles that I read for this module. Community. One thing that I like to point out is the school's stated mission and values are based on what's important in the school community. I think we all know how important the community is in a school's well-being. You always have to have the community involved, and I think as I've gotten older, I've noticed in education more and more they want to have the community involved. The culture. The difference between a poorly and excellently written school mission is enormous. Your declaration profoundly impacts the school culture in the entire district. I know at some schools that I've been to, I don't know their mission statement. I don't know what their end goal is. And I think if you ingrain that in the students and the staff on where you're headed and how you're going to get there, I think that's hugely important. I think it could change the culture. In fact, I don't remember which article it was in, but I do remember them saying that about, I think it's 10% of the people that were talked to remember their school's vision and mission statement from when they were younger and in school. I think that's a very low amount, and it could be a lot higher. And these are some of the reasons why I think that it should be higher. Beliefs. Schools need both vision and mission statements to show their community what their values and beliefs are. Again, tying in that community and showing them how you're going to get there. The goals. The school mission statements have to resonate through the entire community and lead all the people involved toward their shared goals. I think that's hugely important. Okay, let's get to the vision statement. Here are some things. One thing I didn't mention was on that last slide. Sorry, I'm having problems getting back now. Okay, you notice on here I have the word arrival pop across, and I think it's important to point out, hey, the vision is boom, this is where we've arrived. And I think that is not necessarily as true of a statement for education, because you don't ever fully arrive somewhere. I think what you do is you keep improving and keep making changes so that you're always there. So that's just something I was thinking about when I was putting all this information in. But in a vision statement, 4 things I'd like to point out are values of the staff and student, the action, what steps the staff and schools take to accomplish that goal, what of course the curriculum, data, and assessments, and achieving the vision. Importance of a vision statement, the decisions. One of the most concrete ways vision statements affect schools is by helping to inform decision making. I think these visions, the vision statement, helps the staff by seeing, hey, this is where we're going, and the decisions we're going to make are going to end up putting us there. Something that a vision statement can help with is mental health, by giving a sense of belonging and promoting a vision statement. puts a very positive impact on students, and I think that's something you can't overlook. Family value. There are documents that parents use to see whether the school meets their family values, and I think if parents are moving and when they're looking at schools, I think that's important. Uh, to look at that and determine if that's the school you want your students and you to be involved in. Um, I looked at like the school that I went to when I was younger. Pratt, it was a very small school, and I think that's important to me uh, because I wasn't forgotten. The bigger schools with tons of kids, it just seems to me that, I wanted to be involved in that small school, the school that has a lot of technology and a school that gives you that individual help. So if I was to look into a school for my kids, which I did, and that's why my son goes with me, is I want him to have that small school experience. So I think family values is a huge thing. If I reflect on my district's vision statement, um, you know, I, I almost think that the vision statement and what you'll see the mission statement next, I think they are almost switched. But but again, if you read through this, you'll find out that basically it has a lot of the things that I talked about before, but to me it seems like it's switched. And I know that this vision statement and mission statement that the school has is something that is old. I know that they haven't changed it for the almost 7 years that I've been there. I haven't even heard one of the two superintendents that we've had during this time talk about it. Um, Most recently, though, just in the last few weeks, crazy enough, I actually heard our current superintendent talk about that. So it's kind of a renewed interest, and I'm actually pretty excited that I might get to be part of that. And I asked him during my most recent meeting with him, hey, can we get this? Can I be involved in this? Is there something I could do to help with this? And he said, yeah, he'd love to have me involved. The mission statement, if you notice here, um, it's very small and brief. I would think it would be a lot longer. Um, and something I have a problem with is, like I said, to me they seem switched. But if you read this, believe in providing opportunities for basic academic skills, critical thinking, communication, and cooperative learning skills. Um, the word basic really sticked out to me in this mission statement. I almost think that uh, it doesn't promote a lot. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't it doesn't point out that your student is going to excel. It's basic. So, I think they really do need to revisit this, and there's some wording in here that could be changed. In the conclusion for correlation, um, I understand how and why relevancy. Again, I understand it. I'm studying it. It's relevant. It's something that uh, with working at a school, like I said, we're looking into changing it, and what we're doing, the everyday thing that we're doing is giving us a mission to get, to that end goal, which, of course, like I said, I don't think there really is an end goal. Personal reflection, promote the importance and improve upon what we have. And again, I think it's something that should be revisited and not forgotten. These kind of things, I think they should be on a rotating, on the long-term plans for districts. I think they really should relook at these and adjust them. It shouldn't be something that you put in place and that's it. And of course, this is my reference page. Thank you very much.